So I'm here today to give you a quick presentation on the Investors in People that we quite successfully managed to get accredited last week. We got the results in. Yeah.
Go us.
Thanks, Neil. So, with my level of maturity, we'll be seeing a lot of animations on this thing. It definitely does. So, what is Investors in People? So, according to their own website, So, a community interest company, we lead the drive for better leadership and better workplaces. Having started out as a government project, we are now an independent, not-for-profit company that helps thousands of organisations to lead, support and manage people well for sustainable results. And that needs at least 4 more commas in it. So, in plain English, it shows that as a company, we engage with you, the employees, and we help you to be the best that you can be. Simple as that. So the aim is, I'm being pointed at a camera. So the aim is that we just make sure that we have everything in place so that you guys can do your jobs well, get better at it, and get to the jobs that you want to do in the future. So this will be the really interesting bit, statistics. There are around 5.7 million private sector businesses in the United Kingdom. 7,924 of those have the Investors in People accreditation at one level or another. So that means, including us, around 0.15% of businesses in this country have the standard we have. I think that's pretty good. So there are 4 levels. There's the base accreditation, silver, gold and platinum. We got the base level of accreditation. We are very close to silver, and as we go through this, I'll be able to explain a bit more how close we were and what we are going to be doing in the future to get that silver accreditation. For reference, Steve wants us to get platinum, which means we have to be within the top 8% of companies in the country. So that's going to be fun.
We're in the top 0.15.
Of the Investors in People one. Look, just because you're a headmaster don't mean you can heckle. That's Simon's job. So, why did we choose to go for Investors in People? Steve wanted a plaque on the door. That's the only part of it, really. The biggest asset we as a company, and in fact any company have, is you guys, the people that work for it. Without employees, company's nothing. So we want to get the standard to show, not only to us as a company, but to you guys, that we want to look after you, we want to keep you developed, we want to get you to where you want to be. Not just coming into work day in, day out, doing the same thing. We want you to want to come here, we want you to like working here. I mean, well, Harley down here's a step. So, you know, there she goes again. So, rereading this now seemed a little bit more dramatic than I intended. So, first things first, we created a team. Lisa, Sam and James have been absolutely massive helps to me for the whole process. So, give them a round of applause as well, please. And yes, I did put these up just to embarrass them a little bit more. I'm at the front, I don't need a picture. So, before we started with the whole process, we gave a survey out on behalf of IAP that the company filled in. And on the back of that, we found out what we did well, what we didn't do well, and what we needed to improve on the most. So that's what we did. So to start, we formalised the review process a bit more. You should all know about the coffee conversations that you have with your direct lines. So every month you have one of those. Before it was, if you did it, you did it. If you didn't, you didn't. There was no structure to it. It was you had to sit down, you had a chat and said, yeah, it's fine, can I go back to my desk now? So now we have the structure in place. You have those conversations. Your line managers know what they need to look out for. They know how to help you more. And we're keeping on with that and we're keeping going forward. We created the new people management and leadership teams. Do not use the acronym for the people management team. Good, slow burners, I like that. So they now have the roles in place. So the people management team are obviously the line managers who get together. There's the structures in place, so there's accountability, so everyone's held to doing what they want to do, and if they don't, then they have to give a good damn reason. Leadership, they obviously have their own responsibilities, linking up with the exco, coming down all that route. You all might remember in a presentation, the company update, we had the progression grid, which you should all have seen at a coffee conversation at some point, just showing you roughly where we feel you are in the company. As long as you're not in the bottom left corner, you're fine, because that means you need help. I've just got out of that bit, we're fine. So we did a bit of a change to how we do reward and recognition with Katie's shout-outs and the speed camera, which we're looking to do a few more changes on that in the future as well. The company updates themselves. So we have the Xcode, they give us all the updates to the company, what's happening, who's supposed to be doing what, how we are doing as a company. And the review from the IEP said that is one of the best things that we do. We have that open line of communication from the top to everybody, so that everybody is aware of where we are and what we're doing. So we've also now got plans in place to put a solid training programme. That's what I'm putting together. So the first major topic that we're going to be covering is F&I industry knowledge, as well as deal track system knowledge. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming within the next week. You'll all have a bit more information on that one. So, the result. So, this is our chart that we got back as our result. The Investors in People standard has 9 separate indicators. And you can have developed, established, advanced, and high performing. To get the silver, you have to have 7 out of the 9 at established, which is the second level. So we've got everything at developed, that's fine. We've got delivering continuous improvement, structuring work, recognising performance, they're established, and empowering and involving people, we're all the way up to advanced already on that one. So we only need to get another 3 of these up to the next level to qualify for the silver accreditation. That is very close. It might seem a lot, but from what we've got, we are very close to doing it. So, and all that means, we get to have this nice swanky logo. So that's going to go, we're getting a trophy, we've got a plaque, we need to figure out where we're going to put the plaque, because we're not allowed to put it outside. The landlords are weird like that. So, the first principle, which is the first 3 indicators, so as you can see here, this is how close we are to getting these to the next step. So we're going to be doing a lot of work on the training courses. We're going to be doing some leadership training. Steve's putting that in place. We're going to be communicating the new and improved deal track company values. We're going to make sure they're all in place. We're going to show you how things are going to link in with that as well. So principle 2, as you can see, we're very, very close to getting another one in there. So all this is about managing performance and reviewing. And the main reason we didn't get the next level is because the process we have in place hasn't been in place that long. A lot of the stuff we found is that we've put the stuff in place, but because we've not been doing it long enough, it doesn't quite count as much yet. So we're keeping doing what we're doing. We're going to make tiny changes and improvements across the board, and we'll get there.
Sorry, John, can I ask a question? We don't really do setting objectives in the same way that I guess other companies do. Is that saying that that's what we need to do to get there? Or
This is a bit of a contentious one because we have a slightly different language to how the Investing People use the word. So when they say objectives, they mean you're setting targets, but we don't really do that. We have jobs, you have results you have to get to. So your sprint review, you've got to do issue X, Y, and Z this week. So that is what we class as an objective, but it's not a, you've got to do 7 issues this week, you've got to take 27 calls this week. That's how we run it. So we've got Sarah, our IIP guru, coming in a week or so. So we'll be going over that and clarifying what we need to do to sort that bit out. So, and the final ones. So these are all really in relation to the Academy's role. So this is really all about training and development. So, and this is what the training programme and all my stuff is going to come into force. So once we've all got that bedded in, we won't have a problem. So, that brings you to the end of my talk. Any questions?
What's the process for going back in for silver? Like how often do they review it?
We have a 12-month and a 24-month review, and we can go for the next level of accreditation at any point.
Okay.
So if we think we're ready in 6 months' time, we get them in, we do it again. Or we can wait another year. We're accredited until 2021, that's when it officially runs out. But we can go for the next level at any time. And there's nothing to say that the next time we go for it, it might end up with gold, depending on how good we are.
So that's on us to say to them we want to be
Yeah.
re-examined.
Platinum is a bit different, because to get platinum you've got to have at least 3 years worth of evidence for the stuff you've got. So we won't be able to go for that for a couple of years yet. But the other two, we could get there quite soon.
I think that's what links into the point I've just been raised, that the evidence that the IAP assessors look for, yes, some of it is anecdotal, but some of it is actual evidence. That if we make an assertion, it has to be supported by that evidence.
Yes.
So we have been able to demonstrate through articulation and through paper documents of how we're underpinning this. And I think that's really important, that we've been able to evidence what we've done. And like John said, some of it is simply through maturity. It's not that we're doing it wrong, the design is correct, it just needs some time to run through.
Exactly. So things like these lightning talks, the presentation slides we use in the company updates, providing they've got no secret information in them, Sam's newsletters that send out, things like that, that is all evidence towards what we need to do for IIP. Even as something as daft as having the dogs come in, because that creates an environment of well-being for people, because, look at her. See? And now everyone feels a little bit better. Anything else?
I'll just say congratulations to you and the rest of the team for getting us this far.
Thank you. It's all really down to everybody, because without you lot filling in the questionnaire, without doing the interviews that you all very kindly volunteered to do after I told you were doing them, but it's your voice that gets us over the line, not just the work that we all put in the IIP team.
And embracing that change that comes with it to make us a workplace, a business where people want to work, who are going to succeed here.
So, and the first thing that we got, which I'll be putting up somewhere, got a lovely little certificate so that everyone knows that we've got it. We've got all the information from IIP with the logos and stuff, which Scriba now have, for email signatures and press releases and stuff like that. And as I mentioned earlier, we've ordered a trophy and a plaque, so they'll be displayed prominently when we get them. So again, thank you guys. This is all down to you.
So Steve has a plaque.
Steve has his plaque.
Tick that box. Excellent.
Anything else?
No?
Brilliant. Thank you.